Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Here's another video, Lord of the Rings figure. Trying to get through as many of these as I can. Another rare one. This would be Elrond from the first Lord of the Rings movie, Fellowship of the Ring, at the very beginning when they showed the supposed last great war of the ring, the original battle of the Second Age, where Elrond was involved. Of course, in the books, it was actually one of the kings of Numenor, and it was King Gilgalad. And basically, Elrond was he was up there, but he wasn't fighting Sauron directly, etc. But he was still tough. And anyway, enough of the lore. I just want to show you the actual figure. This is, of course, Toy Biz. Now, this one does have a button in the back. You just kind of squeeze the cape. Oh, well, maybe this one doesn't. Thank goodness. I thought it did. All right. Take a look at the sword first off. Let's take a look at that. Look at the detail these people put into their product. I mean, every part of him has an amazing set of runes and glyphs and other writing by the elves. Let's start with the sword. Okay, it looks like real metal steel. Let's see if we can get that to come into better focus. Sorry, my finger is still damaged. And you can see that even the handle is engraved. Everything is engraved. He has an excellent sheath that this easily goes in. So if you want to have him in excuse me, sorry about that. If you want to have him in a pose where he's kind of just drawing his sword, you can pull that off pretty easily. Just move his arm over, bring that over to there, bring the sword up, and kind of do like a little sideways with his hand. And then you've got that, boom, he's coming out. Because the way they designed it was open, so that you could easily do that. You can draw it from there. I, of course, prefer to have him in a more dynamic pose. Now, he is actually one that I had to fix up a little bit when I first got him. And so I had to but hopefully it's not noticeable. The only issue I have is that his right knee joint is a little loose, so that's going to be different. And don't let that impact how you feel about it, because that's just a specific model. As you can see, the face that's a very good Hugo Weaving, the actor face, Elrond, with a nice vicious kind of battle move. And as you see, the hair is kind of whipping along, the cape is kind of moving over here to the right. He's kind of got a whole thing going. But take a look at this armor. I want to show you. Look at how every part of that armor has writing. Even his gauntlets. And then there's chainmail, which excellently covers up any kind of joints so you can move it around. Even his shoulder pauldrons has elvish writing. Look at that scabbard. Beautiful. And then you have PVC underneath the metal. It feels like metal. I guess it might be a form of PVC, a thicker form. And yeah, that's a thicker form of PVC. But it really does look metallic in person and hopefully on there as well. You can see there, his head does not go back from this position. It does do a left. It does do a right. So you can get that. He's ready to go. His arm, you can get it up pretty high, and then you can get it out. And the wrists both have 360s on them. This is Toy Biz after all, so you know you're going to get pretty much everything. Now, this one does have an action button, so you can't take the right arm all the way up, but you can take the left arm all the way up into superposable territory. As far as the legs, now he has such long battle skirting and dress that even though his legs do have hip joints up in here, and that's proven just by the fact that his leg can move up and down, and the knees can move, but the skirting does prevent quite a bit of that upward movement. Um, as far as the feet, you have a rocker. It's just a joint, a basic ball joint, up, down, no left and right on that one. Yeah, it's just an up and down, but it's still good enough, especially when you have double jointed knees. Now, in this case, his right knee is buckled. We'll say he took some damage. Now, I don't know if you know the story. I'm going to review King Elendil, the king of the Numenorians, and Gilgalad. He was actually the one who, those two actually fought Sauron one on one, and it was Elendil who originally had uh, oh gosh, how can I forget the name of the sword? Well, it was the sword that eventually got shattered and then cut off Sauron's ring. Now it's from the back. I can't believe I forgot that. I'm really gonna be upset. Now you look back here, you got this beautifully made PVC cape. And so it is, normally I don't like PVC capes, but that one is just so well done. It hangs a little bit low on on this side, but I've seen people make adjustments to it, and I think you can too. So if you do find one, I wouldn't let that put you off, especially because these are rare figures, and for some these Toy Biz, especially these Toy Biz Lord of the Rings figures, they hold their value. I mean, if anything, they grow in value every year. And with the Lord of the Rings TV series for Amazon about to come out, I have a feeling the interest will be back. So let's get another look at him. It's just amazing how that sword shines. Then you have that look, and then you bring it in. You have everything from the fine details of the laces for his boots to the colors, even the gold around the skirting of the PVC. Most don't even think to do that. Look how much time that had to take to get all those symbols all the way around every single part, and then a separate piece for the scabbard. And a scabbard is so well designed, and look at that, it has all that. Then you add the articulation in. Like I said, you've got the double jointed, or you have the left arm. You can do anything you want with, and you do have kind of a double jointed action because the way the shoulder joint and the elbow joint work together, you can get them into pretty much any position. So you could go ahead and get them into a double if you want to. Even if you, some people I've seen bought other swords, elven swords, that weren't especially Elrond's, and just, to have a long sword with him. I prefer to stick to the one that came with him that was designed for him. But as you can see, it's a great figure. I mean, I think he's really awesome. Um, Very rare. Now, to go into the pricing part of it, I would say for a loose one, um, he's actually around $20 to $25 would be what I would pay for it. It may be higher now, maybe around 30. Packaged, though, I do know that it's in the $35 to $45 range, unfortunately. So that knee just gives. So I have to put that one back there and give the pressure to this leg. Sorry about that, Elrond. Not my fault, though. That's how he came. I'm going to fix him up, though, a little bit. There we go. Come on, buddy. We don't want to look bad for the camera. Come on, Hugo. Get your matrix on. That guy's been in some pretty Oh, I wanted to show you too that you can get a little bit of a swivel out of either it's the thigh or it's the hip joint. I'm not sure, but you can get that out of that. Okay, so we're gonna move this over here, move this leg in, because I am not going in this video without having him in a decent stance where he's standing up. I don't care how bad this leg is. Alright, so there we go. Put the weight on the right leg. There we go. There we go. Okay. Well, looks like he's going to have to just take a bow. I'll hold him. But then again, once again, he's so intricate. Now, packaged, I would expect him to go for anywhere around 30. I think 30 to 40 if it's depending if it's in a perfect mint condition box, $40. If it's anything less than that, 30 to 35. If it's loose, I would say 25, 20. If you can get a really good deal, if you could talk them down to 20, 25 would be a great price. 30 would be about dead on. I wanted to go higher than that. He is rare, but he's not that rare. And you can find him on there. But it is a pretty awesome figure. It's just one of the many that they made, and you can see the detail. Once again, the love that Toy Biz put into their figures. I mean, they just really cared, and they did things. This was made in 2001. It is a 18-year-old figure, and look how good he looks, with the exception of that loose knee. And that, obviously, I can fix that. And I'm just trying to get a good look here. There we go. How about that? We got a good look out of him. Yeah. There you go. Elrond, master of Rivendell. Okay, so I just wanted to show you. Look at that. Just look at the way it looks like he's in his real suit of armor. It's awesome. And they kind of blended a little bit of the look as described from the Silmarillion and the other books, and the original books, as well as from the movie itself. Where his cloak's more tattered, things like that. But, I can't wait to show you Gil-galad and King Elendil, who was like 7 foot or 7.5 feet tall. Isildur was the son, and he's the one that took the sword. Now, apparently, Sauron used his black hand to destroy. He kept sorry, he kept the others busy with his armies while he fought the two of them, used his black hand to destroy Gil-galad, and after that was when he put his full attention into the King of Numenor. He put up a good fight, much better than shown in the movie, but then eventually he died. He took too big of a hit, but that's when his son came and took the sword, the broken sword, Narsil, I think, shards of Narsil, and sliced the one ring off of Sauron's finger, thus ending the war, because all the evil forces lost their direction, and that's how that ended. But as far as he goes, you just can't get better than Lord Elrond here. And in the book, he was the one that did the kind of the cleanup work, as well as was there to try to get Isildur to throw the One Ring into Mount Doom, which of course he didn't, which kind of screwed everybody over for a long time. Anyway, this is a great figure, and I really am glad I was able to show it to you. Very, very articulated for what it is, but like I said, you're not going to get a lot out of the legs front to back, but you will get side to side, and in the knees, and in the feet. And even the toes have a swivel. I guess I should show you that too, real quickly. Actually, the toes do not. They just look like they have a toe swivel. I got faked out after having finally gotten him into a good position. Alright, there we go. I got faked out. Okay, that's not good. Let's just get him right there. There we go. Come on, buddy. There you go. Alright, thank you so much for watching, folks. And I will be back with another video of Haldir. I prefer to say Hadhafang. This was the friend of Aragorn, who we saw briefly in Two Towers, who was killed. And, it was a real emotional scene, but the guy was kicking major butt up until then. So, there you go. That's the review. I give this, of course, maybe the only issue I can say is that over 18 years, one of the joints got a little loose. So, all these figures are top notch. So definitely worth getting if you're a Lord of the Rings fan. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful morning, afternoon, day, or evening, or night, whatever time you're watching, wherever you are. Thank you so very much. And if you can, please drop a like. Please subscribe for more content. Hit the bell if you're really looking to get content. I have my schedule listed as a pinned comment down below, and you'll be able to see, and then check out the description for a little bit more detail. And thank you very much.